Hi, hello, and welcome to a very interesting little production thing that I decided to make out of my own whimsical time. And before I do go into the meat and potatoes, I should probably introduce myself because many of you guys who are watching this on the cable channel or on the BevCam YouTube channel may not know who I am. So let's just get into the basic introduction. Hi, my name is Mikey. I'm one of BevCam's volunteers. I do my own content creation on YouTube, and I do a lot of things on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as well. But just to make it more easy and simple, I'm one of BevCam's volunteers, just letting you know. I currently run a series on the BevCam Instagram and Facebook pages. It's a little series called Mikey's Random Monday, which follow the Facebook and Instagram to see more of the episodes there. But enough with that being said, I am going to be having you all listen to what I have to say and give me your full divided attention of what I have done with this set project, because for a while, BevCam has a long history with Beverly, and for what I've known, BevCam has been existing since 2001. A little fun fact, BevCam exists at the same time when I was born, so basically, me and BevCam are the same age. Who wouldn't know that a company that is based in Beverly is the same age as I am within universal existence? That is interesting. But anyways, enough of rambling. I'll just get into what I'm going to be talking about. So, with BevCam actually turning 25 next year, I want to do a little commemorating tribute to the company itself or the business. So I decided to mess around with BevCam's logos, which, by the way, I've already did a little silly experiment on Mikey's Random Mondays, which the episode will be dropping out soon. Again, I will say that if you're following the Instagram, you would probably see all the Mikey Random Mondays episodes on the BevCam Instagram and Facebook. But if you're not following any of those things, I will say that I will post the episodes onto the BevCam YouTube channel. And this will be aired as well onto the BevCam public access station as well. So with that being said, let's get into the meat and potatoes of what I'm talking about. So why am I talking about the BevCam logos? Well, my fellow friends, I just want to make this loud and clear. This was just a fun project that I wanted to do. Nobody told me to make this thing, and it was just only me messing around with the logos. Just to give you a brief synopsis of what I've been doing, I've been messing around with the current iteration with the BevCam logo, which I'll show you on the screen. And more importantly, I've been messing around with this thing to making more different variations of that set logo. It would become, at least for the title of the logo experiment, which here, beautiful image. But with that being said, that is at least the first touch of me messing around with the current iteration of the BevCam logo. But what if I were to mess around with the past logos from the beginning of BevCam until now? But the problem is that I don't know if there's at least more logos that I would not be aware, because just to let you know on the whim, I only figured out that there is 4 iterations of the set logo, started from the beginning of BevCam till the current day and age of BevCam, which is this logo. But just to also make it more realistic, I decided to also use the Wayback Machine for my backup of resources to find out which logo does still exist or so, or if there's any high quality like image scans of this thing, which I don't know. If anyone at BevCam's archives can tell me if they have a copy of these 2 logos that is in high quality, that would be the best for me to understand of where this is going. Because I've been digging deep within the BevCam archives trying to find these 2 high-res images or these high-res logos, because the only remnants of these logos are either from the BevCam merch or like any old business cards or any old relics of the past, which as of this moment, I'm in the basement and I am near an old like BevCam logo cabinet drawer, and it has at least the BevCam 90s looking logo right over there. So with that being said, I will show you the attempt of recreating this first original BevCam logo. I'm talking about the first one that many people would recognize. And also, just to let you know, one of my mentors or one of the staff members, you may know Liz DeFore. She is one of the community engagement managers. She decided to give me some tidbits of what these logos were. So thanks for her to actually helping me out with this. So with Liz's information, Liz told me that this logo, this one, was made by a high school student back then when BevCam came around. So I don't know who made this thing or if they are still alive or so, but to the person who made this logo, you made it more pretty ominous, make it more a little spooky, a little funny. Again, this is just my personal opinion as well, but yeah, I decided to recreate this logo in itself because I know for the fact that all these things that BevCam has, I don't know if it's properly archived. And like what I said, again, when it comes to preservation and the history of BevCam itself, everything has to be archived at one point or another. But the problem is, I only had this low quality res image of the BevCam logo. This iteration. Yeah, this was the low quality pixels. Yes, if you're literally looking at your screen or so, you're probably thinking, what the hell is this? Why is it this small? It's because of the file format as well. But with that in mind, enough with me yapping. I'll let the music and let that part of that video play for you. So, Editor Mikey, throw the next thing in action! So this is a quick little update to the second iteration of the BevCam logo. So I would normally tell how I would do this thing and how I made it, but let me tell you, this was so hard to actually recreate because let me tell you, it's not like it's accurate depiction or it's accurate recreation. Just letting you know, finding this part of the font was so hard that I had my Discord server to help me out with this. Yes, you're hearing this loud and clear. I didn't only do the research, but I had like at least 2 or 3 other people help me out as well in this hunt as well. Because it's very hard to see if this was an actual custom-made font or someone who was devilishly did this and decided to put me into a wild goose chase. Again, depending whoever made this logo, you made it so hard for me to try to find out if this was an actual handwritten font or if this was like a font that is already existing and it's been customized. So for you for doing that, I give you an A+ for trying to make me go crazy and bananas. But with that in mind, I don't want to like yap that much. This was hard to make, but this is what I did so far. So here, this is what you're only going to see of my attempt of recreating this set logo.